Hello there, Chris here from Becker's Model Aircraft. A couple of weeks ago I published a video that was not safe for work, fair warning, about how I unmasked this particular aircraft that I built for a state comp recently. It's a Ukrainian Su-17M4 Fitter with a reconnaissance pod there. So it's a very complicated splinter pattern, and in this video I'm going to share with you how I actually painted this. I spent a lot of time on the bottom, which you don't actually see normally when these are parked, but when they're in flight, and this one was, I'll show you the flight stand in a minute, you do get to see a lot of that variation underneath. This was a quick project. I didn't take a lot of time on it. The decal sheet that I used was old, and most of these stencils and decals fell apart, and I eventually got out my, you can tell the difference here, I got out my silhouette cutter and I did my own randles there. I should have done it all the way around. You can see this one's come apart and the colours are out of register here as well. Hey, I might strip this down and do it again. No, I won't. So anyway, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do, particularly if you want to follow along, how to do the blue underside to get that variation, but also how to do a splinter. There's 4 colors there, okay, which is the most I've ever done, I think, on one model. The thing I didn't explain in the video, I've just watched it, just edited and put it together, is the importance of how you spray. So I'll get one of my airbrushes here and I'll just quickly show you. It's dead, there's nothing in it, but when you're spraying onto a masked paint, say for example I want to paint in this yellow and the red's been masked over, okay, you spray, and say there's masking tape here where the red is and I'm painting the yellow, I've already said that, you want to be spraying this way onto the tape, away from it. You don't want to be spraying the other way where there's a chance paint can bleed through. Also, when you're starting to get to the final layers, you really want to be masking as much as possible because you don't want to overspray on so many different colors. I was lucky with this pattern. As you can see, we had the greens and then the yellow, then the red. A lot of the red was in the rear here, so I didn't have to do a lot of intermediate masking here, but tape's cheap. It doesn't take that much longer to do it. You may as well do it. Take a bit of caution. Apart from that, the only other tip I would give you is I didn't do a lot of variation in the paint here on the upper side, but on the lower I did quite a bit. I'm sure the camera is picking that up. I can see it there. I should have applied the same sort of process to the top here, but I was in a rush, as we want to do. So anyway, with that, let's have a look at the flight stand. I just made a quick one. This is actually based on the F-14 one I did. I just added a little extra thing there, and that just goes up the tailpipe for a nice jaunty angle. There we are. Okay, so I can pose that in any way I want to. I would like to do this kit again. It is a bit of a pain to build on the underside, which is a shame. There's quite a few seams in there, and might be able to see 1 or 2 in there. I didn't really fix that well. The gear doors fit really, really well, so it does suit itself for a in-flight display. The next one I do, instead of a recon pod, I think it's got double cannons there or something, so I might do that instead. Might do a Polish one. Ooh, and I've bent something out of shape, one of those static chargers. Anyway, let's get on with the video, and I might have a chat to you at the end as well. Alright, it's go time for the fitter. Let's put the light blue underneath. I'm using RLM65, MRP, no thinner, airbrush settings, I don't know what they are. I'm just going to give it a go. Let's get started. I've marked the little detachable wings because, yeah, I get confused with what's up and what's down. So, so what I'm going to do, and I've just realised I've put the paint into the wrong bloody airbrush. This is my bigger one. Oh well, let's give this a go then. Okay, I'll just do a test squirt. Oh yeah, it's painting nicely. Let's have a go. So I'm just going to do a mottled, marbled one first. So I've modelled the base surfaces there underneath. What I'm going to do next is add a little bit of focus, MRP white 004. I've transferred some of the RLM65, this stuff, into my other airbrush with a 0.18 needle. So what I'm going to do now, while I'm shaking this, is I'm just going to hit some highlights. There's lots of access panels. I'm going to do the doors. I'm going to do some random panels just to break it up a bit. Just make sure I get this in the right bloody airbrush this time. So just a few drops of white, and we'll see how that goes. And look at that, I sprayed the white everywhere. Bloody hell. Do it live, don't you love it when it's live? Alright, let me get this mixed up and I'll start hitting those panels. Hey mate. How you feeling? Yeah? You been eating anything? Did you have your lunch? You're on camera.
What?
Doing a live stream.
A live stream?
Yep, say hello to everyone.
Dad.
I'm joking. So I've done the whitening of all those patches and things underneath the fuselage, a few panels and some lines, and of course the gear doors I've modelled and made it very, very white in comparison, and the ailerons on the wings as well. I've filled them in with a few streaks. So what's left to do now is to do that final coverage coat, and what I'll try to do is not try to blend in completely those bits that I've done. I'll go around them, and that should be all is said and done for the bottom, and I can move on to the top side. Time to finish off with the final blend coat. Just need to fill in some of these black bits that are still there, but we're pretty much at the end there. I love how it looks like this. So let's give it a go, and I've done some filling in. So you see how I've done this winglet area, it's pretty much filled in. We've got a lot of variation in there. You think there might be a little bit too much, but actually, once you put a gloss coat over that and you do a wash, a lot of that does disappear. So just don't be too, if you think you need to do another pass, don't. Just leave it like that. You can always fill it in later. All right, I'm going to finish the rest of this thing, give my compressor a bit of a rest. It's getting a bit hot. After what seemed an eternity of masking, I'll give you a preview. All that masking, it's only the start. I'm ready to paint the top side. So we're going to start with the lightest colour first, which is this midstone stuff. So let's get cracking, because there's 4 colours to paint here. Alright, so the first midstone colour is down. Some of the instructions I was following were a bit vague on, particularly in the back here where things go, so it's not exactly perfect. And I've noticed my paint work is not exactly perfect either. I'm just going to go over again and just make sure I've hit everything. And look, I've missed a bit there. I've got to fill that in. So I'll do that, and then another hour of masking. So I've got to mask this off and then paint the light olive green. You may have noticed I've skipped ahead a little bit. I'm starting to apply this first green. There are 2 greens on the fitter. This sort of sea camouflage green I've just chosen, just the MRP, which is sort of an olive green, and then you can see it here. I've done the wings next to the midstone. So this is now going to accelerate ahead, because I've realised with the masking pattern I've done, once I paint this green down, I can actually paint a lot of the rust in one go, and I just need to mask, I think, just this little bit area here and a little bit area here, and then do the dark green, and then it's done. Well, apart from I've got to do some detail bits, but yeah, let's barrel ahead and keep going. Time for the second last colour. We got red brown or rust. I'm using the MRP 36, which is what they used on German AFVs. You can see I've already painted the wings. That's what it sort of looks like. Okay, so we're getting a nice little color effect there. And there was one patch on the tail I had to paint before I had to mask. So yeah, basically just need to paint, I think, in there, and I think a little bit on that side, and then I can paint the final color. So let's get moving. Finally at the end. The dark green, I'm using this forest green from SMS. It's not the perfect match, but it's close enough. In fact, none of these colors perfectly match. I don't care. It's what I think it should look like. So let's get onto it. I've already done a wing just to show you, and I've unmasked. There's a little bit of masking tape left over. So that's the light green, and that's the dark green I just put down, and there's the yellow and the red. So basically, whatever's not masked, well actually there are some bits that are unmasked that I shouldn't colour in, but this should be relatively easy, and I can finish this off, and then we've got to paint some metallic bits and some other things. And I've got a stupid idea for a separate video to watch. I'm going to unmask the entire thing under camera, because why not? And I'll put it as a separate video. A man unmasks a model aircraft for 10 minutes. And that's all it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get to it. Better things to do, like watching Lord of the Rings again. It's about time to watch it again, isn't it? Is that done? Oh, I'll keep the nose thing on. Hello. I don't even know what colour it is. I think it's actually... Can you see in there what colour it is? I don't know what it is. Ooh, let's put the wings on. Left. See, I've got to tell myself I'm a bit thick. That's left. Oh, really? Oh, the one with... Okay. Oh, come on. I can't find the hole. That's what she said. Can I put any more innuendo in this video? Probably not. Ah, oh, crap. There's more overspray. Hang on. Why is that there? That's wrong. Oh, no, because that swings back, so the red bit will be there. That colour looks different, doesn't it? Anyway. There we have the HobbyBoss 148 scale, fully unmasked. So what did you think of that? Thanks for sticking through to the end there. If you want to, I'm pretty sure I'll put the link up to see the Not Safe for Work unmasking video for that. Bit of fun, bit of a rant. And what's this, you say? Well, here's a preview of one of the things I'm working on at the moment, apart from a Spitfire as well. This is the Academy Hookbine, or Focke-Wulf 183, and again you can see there's that blue underside with some variation in it, same sort of process basically. I filmed this, so I'll be showing this in the next few weeks, so hopefully you'll stick around. Oh no, yeah, it's in flight. What is, oh, it's so unrealistic with the clear rod in the back. Oh god, I'm sick of people talking about that rubbish. Keep putting your aircraft on white pieces of paper or on a flat mirror, then call it unrealistic. Anyway, rant over. I'll see you at next one. Cheers.